Welcome back. We're out here on the neighbor's John Deere and his baler, and we are baling large square bales for the very first time. And I think I'm sold on it. There's a lot more to this process that we need to explore, but I kind of like looking out across that field and seeing all these square bales, these large square bales, versus all the small square bales I've seen all my life. I don't know about the handling though. We need to figure that out. I'm gonna go get some fuel here after I'm done with this. The wife is over in the next field. I'm gonna let her get way ahead of me. I'm gonna drive this tractor and baler back to the shop as soon as I'm done with this field. Get some diesel, go inside, make a couple of phone calls, try and see if I can track down some sort of something to pick this up. If not, we're going to be on the little tractor with the forks, picking up each one and driving them all the way back to the storage one at a time. You might be thinking, well, that may not be so bad. Let's pull up the bale counter here and see how many of these large square bales we have. We have 98. 98 large square bales. That's quite a few. Granted, it's nowhere near the amount of small square bales we had, but these are much bigger. And that would be, at this point, 99 trips back to that shed. That's a lot of back and forth, a lot of extra fuel and a lot of wear and tear on that old tractor. So we're just kind of cruising along. I was a little concerned about the amount of twine that this baler was going through. It's not going through very much. Apparently this thing is loaded down with twine to the point where you really don't need to change it out all year long, or add more all year long. You tie it up once in the spring before your first cutting, and then you don't have to do it again for another year. We did this entire field and only used one bundle of twine. I did contact neighbor Bill about that, and he just laughed at me and he said, don't worry about it, twine's cheap and he's got lots of it and we're not going to use that much of it anyway. We're going to go around the headlands here, finish this up. It looks like I got a bale out there on the shoulder. I'll have to get that picked up pretty soon. We'll just clean up these headlands. We got to do the other side too over there, and we will call it good for this field. Like I said, we'll head over to the shop, pick up some fuel, and then make a couple phone calls, see if we can't track down something to pick all this up before heading off into the next field. Neighbor Bill is very gracious. We're going to turn off the baler, pick up the head, start going here. We got to get to the other end. Neighbor Bill has been very gracious in letting us use his tractor and his baler for this cutting. And I think I'm sold on it. Like I was saying, I would really like to explore getting our own setup. Maybe if we can find a smaller baler we can pull with the new tractor, that'd be good. All right, let's get the baler turned back on, pick up the head, or lower the head. I did notice that either the rake is not raking the windrows narrow enough, or the pickup head on this baler is not wide enough. We are missing some if you look out across there. I don't think it's enough to really worry about, but it is something to be concerned about when we are shopping for a new baler. The wider the head, the better. Oh, there we go. Last little bits. You can see we missed a little bit right there. Last little bits of alfalfa to pick up here. Right. Just kind of swing back around. We're going to pick up a little bit of this stuff as we kind of just head for the other end of the field. I'm not going to get too crazy like we did last time, start going up and down rows. Matter of fact, I think that looks pretty good. Let's turn off the baler, pick up the head, and we'll head back to the shop. And I do love this tractor. Not really been a John Deere fan in the past, but I do like these newer tractors. I'm just worried about the maintenance on them. I know that sometimes you can't really do your own maintenance, and you have to rely on John Deere to do it for you. So we're going to turn off the beacons here, pull up and get some fuel. All right, there we go. We'll shut down. We're going to go inside the shop here, make a couple of phone calls. Okay, well, I just got off the phone with the dealership in town, and they actually have something for me. They have a type of harrow bed to pick up these large bales. I asked if my New Holland tractor, the new tractor, would be big enough to pull it, and they said, "Oh, absolutely. It's big, but it's not that big. It can handle, a couple of these bales that we have here, and it should speed up our picking up process." It did cost me a couple $100, and we have it for today and tomorrow, I believe, and then they're gonna start charging me a daily rate. So we want to get this all baled up as quickly as possible, and we'll have to head into town with the new tractor to go pick it up, because it's way in town, which kind of sucks because we have to drive the tractor on the road to get there to go get it. But it is what it is. It's all part of the farming life. So I'm going to jump back into this machine and continue baling on the next field. My wife should be about halfway done with that field, I'm thinking. I can kind of see her there off in the distance. So maybe she's not that far along. I'm not sure. We need to go check on it. It's been a couple hours, so she should be moving right along. So we're going to get in here and get going. So that first field we did, let's check the counter here, 103 bales out of that first field. So we're going to remember that number, and we're going to reset the counter. Let's see, where was that at? Alt X. All right, the baler counter has been reset. We'll try and keep track just for funsies. Doesn't really matter at this point for us. Get out here on the road. Get our beacons turned on here. Looks like my wife did something a little different this time. Looks like she's doing the headlands last, maybe? Because it looks like this row that we're lining up on is the first row. We'll turn off our beacons. Lower our pickup. Looks like she hasn't done the headlands yet. So maybe she's going to be doing the headlands afterwards. I don't know, it's been a while since I've spoken with her, so no telling. Looks like she's doing quite well. So we'll get this baled up in no time at all. And then we'll head into town with the new tractor. We'll return this tractor and baler. We'll have to fuel it up again and wash it. Give it back to the neighbor Bill. And then we'll hop in the new tractor and go get that harrow bed. I've got the wife coming along here. She looks like she's doing the headlands, so I was right. She opted to do the headlands last. So that's good. We're just motoring along. Just making loose hay in the tightly bound square hay. Alright, I just completed my first headland pass. I'm try and clean up this little bit here. We'll get into the second one. Go. Perfect. All right. Well, I did have a little bit of a scare. I saved it about halfway through this field, and took a quick lunch break in real life. Turned off the game, and when I came back and reloaded it, all the bales were gone. I had a mild panic attack and shut off the game and restarted everything, and the bales came back, fortunately. So that was kind of freaky. I do love looking out across here. I've said this a gazillion times. I'll continue to say it. I love seeing bales out in the field. It's just got to stay on the windrow here. It just looks cool to me. So I have no idea how many bales we've done in this field. We'll pull up the bale counter here towards the end, and we'll check it out for sure. Now we got one more pass around the field here, and then we will be done. We can take this baler and tractor back to our neighbor Bill. We'll fuel it up first and clean it up. And take it back to him, get our farm truck, bring it back to the shop, jump in the new tractor, and boogie in the town as fast as we can with the new tractor to get the harrow bed that we could use to pick up these big bales. And you can see here, this bale right here will come to a stop. This bale right here, I had to go around it because I can't move that bale. So unfortunately, it is what it is. We're going to be leaving some hay in the field. That's all right. Can't get everything. We can certainly try, but it's kind of tough when the windrow is just a tad wider, it seems, than the pickup head on the baler. Go in cab now. Because this is my neighbor's tractor, the GPS is all set up for his fields. We'd have to spend a lot of time and trying to figure out the John Deere system. So I've been manually driving this tractor the entire time. Not a big deal. I like driving, but it does make for some very long days. And I love driving this tractor too. Boy, it's nice and comfortable. Getting a little dirty, but it's nice and comfortable in here. Whoop. Pay attention where I'm going. There we go. So yeah, you can see we missed a little bit out there, here and there. Little dots, a couple little lines. Might go back and clean up some of this. Again, we can't get everything, but we can certainly try to get some of it. Last little bit here in the squared off corner. We're going to call that good. Just kind of clean up just a little bit here and there. Not getting too crazy once again. And some of these I can go on forever. Alright. I'm going to pick up, turn off the baler. Let's see how many bales we got. We got 85 bales out of this one. I don't remember the other one. I want to say it was 99 or something very similar to that. We're going to drive over here to the corner of the field. We'll unload the baler. We're in road gear going through the field. It's fine. It's a nice smooth field. We've got great suspension on this tractor as well. Alright, this is a good spot. Alright, let's unload the baler. I'm gonna... Okay. There we go. Fall over. There we go. Alright, we'll fold it up. Beacon's on. Head back to the farm. I still got that guy hanging off in the shoulder a little bit. As you can see, it is getting pretty late. I texted the manager there at the dealership. They said they're going to wait for me, but they're not going to be able to wait too long. So we're going to go park this tractor in the wash bay area. We'll shut it off. We're going to jump in the new tractor right now and head into town. And baling took a little bit longer than expected. So we need to go. I don't like people waiting on me. That's where the wife parked the little tractor, it looks like. Coming into town here. It just turned 6 o'clock. He said that that's about as long as he's gonna wait. I just texted him. I have not heard back yet, asking him to hang out. I'm just at the edge of town, and hopefully he is still there. All the lights are on, so that's good. Shop door's still open. A couple of cars still in the parking lot. I think we're okay. Pull in here real quick. Not even sure what this piece of equipment looks like. We'll jump out and go talk to somebody in here. Hello? Hello? Okay, so it's just that harrow bed looking thing out there. Perfect. Yep, I'll try to bring it back first thing tomorrow. Thank you so much. All right. Said it's that thing right there. Red and white harrow bed looking thing. That's the only one out here. This is what it is. Okay, well, that is ours. We'll get hooked up to it here and take it back home. Super helpful here at this dealership. Alright, now we got the long drive home. Yeah, we have this bale here that's sitting on the shoulder. You know, it's getting pretty late, and I don't want somebody to hit that in the night, so what I think we're going to do, I have this front weight. I'm going to lower it down. Maybe we can just nudge it off the road here. There we go. That way somebody, you know, swerve or something like that. I would hate for them to hit that bale. Alright. Pull this into the shop. We're going to need to fuel it up. I'm going to turn in front of that bus. Oh, got enough room here to actually get fuel. All right. There we go. So we will start picking up those bales first thing in the morning. For the rest of the night, though, we need to clean up. Oh, she did not put the forks down. I'm gonna have to talk with her. We need to clean up this John Deere tractor and baler. Fuel it up. Take it back to the neighbors. We'll do that actually first thing in the morning. We'll get it cleaned up and fueled up tonight. And then we'll take it back to them first thing in the morning. So. Gotta play some musical tractors here for a minute. This tractor will just get out of the way for now. Pull it up over here. Put the forks down. Oh, where to park this one? Pull it up right here. We'll pull the John Deere up, get some fuel in it, and we'll be ready to go in the morning. All right, we will pull it around over here by the house, kind of, sort of. It's going to be blocking the road, but it's all right. We're going to take it to neighbor Bill first thing in the morning. With that being said, hope you have a good night. We'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It is 6:30 on August 3rd. Corn's doing pretty good. Potatoes have been harvested. That's just a dirt field over there. We do have our lambs over here. Let's check them out. They like to run around and play and just have a grand old time. They should be pretty good on food. We'll pull up the menu and check them out here. Yeah, they got plenty of food. They got lots of water. Productivity is great. Puberty, they are not there yet. So they're still pretty young. 4 months old. All right. All that food comes from the mowing of grass, and I threw a little bit of hay in there for them as well. What we got going on today is we need to take the John Deere tractor with the Massey Ferguson large square baler back to neighbor Bill. We need to park and clean up the rake here. I think we're going to be done with it for the year. I do not think we're going to get another cutting off the grass. We might, but we should probably just hose it down, get it cleaned up. The tractor's looking kind of dirty. Should probably just give it a quick squirt with the hose as well. Fuel it up, make sure everything's good. And then we're going to jump on the new tractor, which we parked down there on the other side of the pole barn. And it's got the harrow bed that we leased from the dealership, that we can pick up all those large square bales that we baled yesterday. So first things first, we're going to fire up the John Deere here. Love this tractor. Not really a huge fan of John Deere, but there's something about a new piece of equipment that I just absolutely love. We're going to turn on our beacons. Those should be on the baler there. There we go. And we'll turn on our emergency flashers. There we go. All right, we're going to get on the road and get over to the neighbors. He is expecting us to drop it off first thing in the morning. He said just park it pretty much anywhere in the yard at his other location there. So that's where our farm truck is at anyway. So we're going to pull it in there, grab our truck, come on home. All right, here we are. Now he said just park at any old place. I should probably park it out of the way to some degree. We'll park it. This is right where the tractor was parked at before, so we'll pull it right up here. shut down. Yeah, I like that tractor. Did a good job. Here's our farm truck. Let's head back home. Out there's all those square bales we need to pick up today. That is our goal. And we got a lot of work ahead of us, I think, but we should get it done all right. I'm not too worried yet. We'll see how the day progresses on. The wife is taking the day off. She has told me that she is not planning on helping me out with anything. She has her own chores to get done. Working in the garden and cleaning house, doing her thing. She wants to have a day off, so I cannot blame her at all. We'll worry about the little tractor later. We'll come down and get in the new tractor. Let's park right here. We'll get in the new tractor. This is the Arcuson, I believe how you spell the Auto Stack FSX 6372. This is going to pick up those large square bales for us. And here we go. We will start right here. First things first, I believe we need to unfold it. All right. Now we just drive through the field and play Pac-Man. The guy at the dealership said that our tractor, our New Holland here, should be more than enough tractor, but as the weight is filling up on this tractor, our speed is certainly going down. I can really feel the weight of this this harrow bed here. Oh, I think that's it. I think we're full. We'll pick up. We'll take it into the barn here. Stay off the road. Yeah, this is heavy. The tractor's doing it, but it's heavy. We got 14 bales on board. Come down here and we'll stack them in our shed alongside our small bales. See how this works here. There we go. Nice. Awesome. This makes me very happy. I'll get it back in the transport mode here and we'll go pick up some more bales. Wish that pickup head would stay in the up position. I don't see a reason to unfold it to unload the bales. Just one of those things, I guess. All right, well, I'm going to get going on this now that everything seems to be working great. And I've got a lot of work to do. So I'm just going to play Pac-Man and pick up all these little, these things are huge, bales here. And yeah, it's going to be a great day. think we got one more bale for this field. And it is all picked up. 8:16 in the morning. Yay. We are trucking right along. This is working out very, very well. We're just going to skip across this little hedgerow here, for lack of a better term. Start picking up these bales. This won't take us as long because there's less bales, but it is a little bit further drive to get to the shed. No, it's starting to rain. We still got bales down in the field. This is not good. This is almost nightmarish. I neglected to check the weather. I didn't think it was supposed to rain anytime soon, but we still have maybe 2 or 3 loads in the field. Hopefully the rain's not too hard. Looks like it's just a sprinkle, so that's probably good. Got passed by the ice cream truck. This is what we have left. It's going pretty quick, but well, there's probably more than 2 or 3, maybe 5 or 6. Going just about as fast as this tractor can pull this loading wagon here. This harrow bed. Get these last couple picked up. The rain has seemingly picked up a little bit as well. It's coming down a little bit harder. We got a lot of boogieing to do here. It's a race against the clock, a race against the weather. To get all this picked up as soon as possible. Get it inside the shed. And hopefully it doesn't rot. It'll be on the outside of the stack, so that's a plus. It'll help dry it out a little bit on the surface there. All right, I believe this is our last bale coming up. Yep, that's it. All right, we'll pick up our pickup and we'll scream across the fields here, get back over to that shed, get these unloaded as quickly as we possibly can. All right, here we are at our shed. We will offload these into here. Perfect. Let's take a look at our shed now. We have 2,682 bales in here. And as you can see, it goes back quite far. The only thing that kind of sucks about seeing a full hay shed is that typically means my bank account is empty. And an empty hay shed typically means I have a full bank account. Well, fuller bank account. So, unfortunately though, let's check the prices here. We got to save. Let's check the prices here. We are looking to start coming up in September, October, November, December. Looks like January is our high point. Right here we are at our low point. So we definitely don't want to be selling right now. We need to keep it stored, preferably in this region of time here, where we can maximize our money here. So, all right, I'm gonna get this back to town, give it back to the dealership. I do have a small problem. Now I've used 2 pieces of brand new equipment, well 3 if you count the John Deere tractor, to bale the hay. I kind of like the large square bales. I can't afford the equipment. So I'm not sure what we're going to do. Just going to keep on keeping on with the small bales, or we're going to upgrade to the large bales. Let me think about it on the drive here, and we'll discuss later. All right. I just got back, got it fueled up, got that harrow bed delivered back to the dealership. Little tractor stayed out in the rain. That was a pretty good rainstorm we had. It just broke. The skies just turned blue. So we got things picked up just in the nick of time. Yeah, we got to deal with that. So here's what I'm looking at. We need to get some new equipment. If we continue with the small baler and doing things the small square size, we can make money, I think. We haven't sold it yet. But I do know that if we get the big stuff, the newer big square bales, it's going to be easier for us. And that means it's going to be more efficient. It's more efficient, it's going to save us money. So it's more cost effective to get the newer, bigger equipment than to keep trucking along with the older, smaller equipment. But how do we afford it? Though that's the problem. We're not going to be able to do anything until spring, regardless. We still have our corn crop to harvest. So, yeah, where does that leave us? Well, let's take a look at I grabbed a brochure from the dealership talking about all this. Let's take a look at some of the tractors here. If we need to get a big tractor to pull that, I think it was an 8R that neighbor Bill had. Yeah, I think it was this tractor, like right here. That's $312,000 as it is right here. That's pretty expensive. But do we need that big of a baler? Let's go take a look at that baler really quick. So I believe he had this one right here, $175,000. That was his baler. And it requires 275 horsepower to run. Let's see what else we got. 250 horsepower. $275 for the Fendt. $245 for the Krone. $195 for the Kuhn. We might get a Kuhn. Just because it takes less horsepower. It's a little bit less, 164,000. So it's the cheapest option, I think. Yeah, it's the cheapest option. And it takes less amount of horsepower. Then if we were to look at the harrow bed that we had this guy here, $90,000. So we're looking at a pretty good chunk of change here just to be able to bale and then pick up those bales. This one, I believe, is for round bales. I could not imagine picking up all those bales with a front end loader, by the way. So 195 horsepower tractor to buy that Kuhn. Let's see. What's this here? 305. Okay, well, 326. Let's check our tractor. It's a medium tractor. 224. So our new tractor should run that Kuhn. So we wouldn't have to buy a new baler. So that's good. Let's see. What's one more thing we need to check? We need to check when the corn will be ready. So corn looks like it's going to be ready the first part of October to be harvested. So, yeah, we don't really have much going on now. We do need to get into the potato field with the plow. because we are going to be plowing this field. So it's already afternoon today. So shoot, what should we do? Should we start plowing this today? Or should we start thinking about doing other things here? We do need to get the potato field plowed. That's got to be pretty high on the next things we do. But if we plow it, it's just going to sit fallow for a while. We can wait to plow it. We're a ways away from winter or anything like that. So let's see. We could probably plant it with grass. Yeah, we can plant grass and grow alfalfa there. I mean, alfalfa. But so the next crop that potato field's going to be in is corn. And we're going to be planting potatoes in the cornfield. We're not going to be doing anything with the hay fields. Those are going to stay hay fields for a while yet. So we're just going to be rotating around the cornfield there behind me and the one on the other side of the shop and the potato field. So we could plant like the oilseed radish and get a kind of a boost in that field, but that's not something that we typically do. So yeah, I think I'm gonna spend the rest of the day and just mow the grass and play with the animals, check on the wife, see what she's got going on. I know she's probably busy in the house there doing what she does, if she's even home. I'm not even sure if she's home, so I don't see her car in the driveway, so I'm not even sure if she's even home. So other than that, I got to go clean up that little tractor. We'll take care of that too. I'll do that right now. I'll mow the grass and we'll go from there. All right, I hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.